Welcome once again to Limitless Living Series 3, Building a Positive Mindset. We are going to look at 1, how to overcome challenges, 2, boost confidence, and improve mental well-being. You can't be a good entrepreneur, you can't be a good business person, you can't even build a good career without a good mindset, without a positive mindset, without a proper mental well-being. At least we have somebody who is a professional in psychology here, so she will tell better what the effect the minds and so many other things have in our day-to-day activity. So, introduction. Positive thinking is more than just being happy. It's a powerful mindset that helps you overcome challenges, boost confidence, and improve your mental well-being. Help you overcome challenges, boost your confidence, and of course, your overall mental well-being. So let's explore how to develop a positive thinking mentality and why it matters so much. So this teaching is divided into about 4 segments. So we're going to be looking at it segment by segment. And the first segment we're going to be looking at is the power of positive thinking. And under it, we're going to be looking at the definition of positive thinking, how thoughts affect emotions and actions, how common myths about the common myths people have about positive thinking, and we are going to debunk those myths. We are going to see the actual, scenario. Okay. What is positive mindset, or what is positive thinking? Positive thinking or mindset means focusing on the bright side of life and expecting good results. You are focusing on the bright side of life. That is to say, there is a dark side, okay? But you are not looking at the dark side. You are rather focusing on the bright side. Then you are expecting good results, meaning it doesn't look good, but you are expectant. It doesn't mean ignoring difficulties. No, that's where people get it wrong. Maybe when you're telling them be positive about something, they're like, you're being real. I'm being realistic here. You hear somebody say, I'm being realistic. Nobody says you shouldn't be realistic. And nobody is saying you should close your eyes to whatever it is. We're only saying don't let that thing have control over you. But, okay, it doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, but rather approaching them with hope, with courage, and the belief that you can overcome them. Hope, courage, and most importantly, believe that you have the powers to overcome. So a mindset that is focused on the good, that's positive mindset 1. A mindset that is looking for solution and not problems. A mindset that is optimistic about the future, irrespective of what is playing out right now. So that is what a positive mindset is. Now, why is it necessary that we need to have a positive mind? Why is it important? What are the benefits of positive thinking or positive mentality? Research shows that people who think positively are, 1, they are healthier, they are happier, and more productive. And that is the truth. You cannot be productive with negative mentality. You cannot be healthy. So we have seen the benefits of positive thinking. You live healthier, you live happier, and you are productive. You are more productive when you have a positive mind, right? So the power of thought. What you believe and think about yourself affects how you behave. If you constantly tell yourself you can't do something, you likely won't even try. But if you believe in your ability to grow and learn, you will act with confidence. So that's the power of thought. If you tell yourself in your mind, in your head, oh, I can't do this thing. What you believe and think about yourself affects how you behave. If you constantly tell yourself you can't do something, you likely won't even try. But if you believe in your ability to grow and learn, you will act with confidence. Not that you know it all, not that you know what you're about to do, but you believe that, practice makes progress. Remember, we have debunked the fact that it is no longer practice makes perfect, but rather it is practice makes progress. Your thoughts shape your reality. It shapes your reality. Negative thoughts limit your potentials. Positive thoughts open opportunities. Okay? So generally, your thoughts shapes your reality. If you have a negative mindset or thought, what it's gonna limit you. It's gonna limit your potentials because you only see the negative part of life. I have a friend who is always, this is always negative, negative. At times I'm telling, why are you always, anytime you're about to, he has something to do, or he will tell you, what if they don't? I say, why is it that you always, the only thing that comes to your mind is negative? Why can't you tell yourself, there's a possibility that they can? I used to have problem with him just because of that one mindset. How our thoughts affect our emotions and our actions. Our thoughts affect our emotions, that is our feelings, and then gives rise to the way we act. Remember, that's act of being healthy, being happy, or whatever. So we are going to be looking at what I call the thought cycle. The thought, emotion, action cycle. What is this cycle? Or what our thoughts are? The stories we tell ourselves. Those stories that goes on our head. Oh, I'm not intelligent. I'm not beautiful. I'm not smart. I cannot make it. I will not pass that exam. I don't have what it takes to start a business. Just all the stories you keep telling yourself, those are your thoughts. So the stories we tell ourselves in our subconscious mind is our thoughts. Now, what happens? This thought goes around a long way to create our emotions. Emotions is the feelings, what we feel, how we feel. Okay? It's going to either, those thoughts will either create fear or bravery. It's going to create hope or lack of hope. It's going to create anger or joy. It's going to create confidence or lack of confidence. Whatever it is, but always know that whatever story you're telling yourself, the next thing is, how does that story make you feel? Now, those emotions then drive our actions. That is what we choose to do or avoid to do. I don't know if you're understanding me. What you eventually choose to do or avoid to do. In other words, the things that goes on in your mind will determine, you give feelings to it. And then because of the feelings you have, it will now tell you, do this or don't do this. I don't feel all right about this. I'm not going to do it. Or this person hurt me so much for that. I'm never going to forgive this person. When you don't forgive, you limit yourself, you limit your growth, you put yourself in bondage, you put yourself in cage, and the person has moved on while you're still busy whining and then thinking about what the person did or what the person didn't do. So always remember that those stories we tell ourselves, if we know that the stories we tell ourselves eventually is what makes us who we are, is what develops to something good or evil or bad, it's high time you start rewriting those stories. It's high time you start telling yourself another story entirely, okay? Now, let's look at an example now, the negative cycle. Look at the thoughts now. I'm not good enough to start a business. That's the thought going on in your mind or somebody's mind. I know the person is not here. What happens when you say, I'm not good enough to start a business? Number one, fear sets in. Number two, doubt sets in. Insecurity sets in. And now that thought has given rise to an emotion of fear, an emotion of doubt, an emotion of insecurity. What happens? Those emotions now goes into action. What is the action? You don't even apply for any opportunity because you feel you are not fit. You don't even try to, you procrastinate, you give up. That is the action. Now, this becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your thoughts blocked your growth. It becomes a prophecy fulfilled. You like, when it eventually happens, oh, my mind told me it's going to happen that way. Yes, you're right. Your mind told you it's going to happen that way. That is why it happened exactly that way. Same way, when you reverse it the other way, your mind too is going to tell you the story you've told your mind, is going to tell you the story back to yourself. And then the prophecy will be fulfilled in a more positive direction. Now, let's look at example 2, which has to do with the positive aspect of it. What is the thought? I may not know everything, but I can learn and grow. That is me. I love to give everything a try. Even if I've not done something before, I want to try it. It's better that I fail and convince myself that, yes, I did my best, than not to try at all. So what happens? It builds an emotion of hope, an emotion of courage, determination. So what happens now? The thought has given rise to an emotion, positive emotion. And this emotion now has given rise to action. What are those actions? You take steps, you join a course or you take a course to improve yourself, you ask for help, you make progress because you're willing to learn, you're willing to grow. Okay? Now, your positive mindset in this second scenario becomes a launching pad for what? Action. While on the negative cycle that we saw, your fear becomes a launching pad for what? Inaction. You don't take action because you're afraid of all the negative things you're thinking. Now, why does it matter for us to develop a positive mindset? It's very important. Most people think that action creates success, but in truth, success starts in the mind. I'm a living witness to that. Success starts in the mind. Your dominant thought shapes your feelings and directly impacts your behavior and outcome. You cannot be successful with the wrong mindset. It's not, I've never seen it done anywhere. It's like passing the thread through the eye of a needle. I mean, it's not possible. So if you must move forward, whether in career, even in relationship, you must be positive about that relationship you're going to. Many of us today have a lot of scattered relationship. Why? Because of too much negative energy involved in that relationship. There is no relationship with so many negative energy that survives. It cannot survive, for heaven's sake. All the prophecies of the negativity you're imputing in it, the feelings, those feelings of maybe lack of trust, feelings of maltreatment, feelings of not being cherished, or that's all those feelings you bring on begins to play out, and that's all you see, and then it becomes prophecy fulfilled. Okay, this is why positive thinking is not just feel good talk, it's a transformational strategy. You need to have a positive mindset. It is very, very important if you must be successful in life. So now I want to give us these activities, okay? Just in a little while, I need you to begin to just close your eyes. We're going to look at thought, we're going to look at emotion, and then we're going to look at action that you took and then the result. In a minute, ask yourself, what's the limiting thought you've often had? What is, well, just one? I know there are many of them, but just look for one significant one. Ask yourself, I've been having a thought in this direction. There's a thought you've been having. Then when you're able to identify the thought, then look for how does it make you feel each time you think maybe you're applying for something, you keep having the feeling that you won't receive it or you won't get it, or there's something you're looking for. You keep having the feelings. I don't know, just think of something. Now, how does it make you feel each time you think about it? And then when you feel, what happens? What action or inaction does that create in you? For that, just pick up a particular something. Like for me, I'm not saying tell me, just and is something for you to, while you're listening, close your eyes in a minute and ask yourself, oh, in what area of my life have I been having these thoughts, this particular thought, these thoughts I'm having? Is it a positive thought? Is it a negative thought? If it's a negative, how does it make me feel? What has it prevented me from doing? Or what has it made me do? It could be a craving for something. I don't know. It could be you are craving for a particular thing, you know? And then how do you feel when those thoughts comes into you? Like months back, I used to feel that, oh, I need everything to be in place for me to have a perfect what's it called? Event on Zoom. You know, all along I've been doing live programs, events where people have to attend. Now, that is, of course, I wouldn't say it's outdated, but the world is becoming smaller now. If we must reach out to people that are not within our geographical location, you need to be where others are, and that is on Zoom. And I'm now asking myself, the thought was, oh, it's not, how do I set up a Zoom? Where do I start from? Will people attend? Will this, will that? You know? And because of people attending, it kept me back. But thank God for personal development, which is why you're here. I was able to tell myself enough is enough. But that wouldn't have been possible if I have not been coming in contact with people who are already there, who are doing this thing, who will constantly tell you, don't wait to be perfect, however it is, just start. Now, as it is, God knows my duty, I do my best in sending out my invitations. I do my best in sending out words. At times, I even have to put monetary value on it for people that can bring people on, bring people to attend. I do all of that. But behind my mind, I told myself, like today, I said, once it is 10 minutes after 2 or after 7 p.m., even if it is one person that is here, I'm going to start. In fact, if there's nobody at all here, I'm going to be talking to myself. That is the level I am operating right now. Because I'm no longer looking at to be the spotlight, but rather a lighthouse. Because eventually this video will be edited, it will be sent out. Somebody may have the time to watch it at one point or the other. I don't know who I may be talking to at every point in time. So initially, like I said, that feeling of, oh, will people attend? That feeling of, oh, how do I start? Or that feeling of, I'm not even good. I don't even know how they do this. Oh, I see people do, I attend event, I see them do break rooms. How do they handle it? I mean, so many how. I kept procrastinating. But just one day I woke up. Thank God for the last International Women's Day. That I heard that voice told me, enough is enough. You're hosting your first program and you're going to use this International Women's Day to host that program. And that program was, I mean, one out of this world. And after that, I told myself, no more hiding. I need to. Because those stories I have built kept me down for years. It kept me down for years, trying to be perfect, trying to learn everything I need to learn in order to host a good what's it called, Zoom and all that. So ask yourself, what am I supposed to be doing that I am not doing because I have told myself certain stories that I can't, it is difficult, or I don't know it all yet. Then move from there, okay? Now I need you to reframe those thoughts, the thought, and describe how the new emotion or action would look like. Reframe that. For me, I had to reframe, I am going to start. The first one may not be that easy, it may not be awesome, it may not be this or that, but I'm going to start anyway. I'm going to learn from my mistakes. I'm going to grow as I learn. I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, and as I'm growing, I am learning. And every day I'm going to become better than what I was yesterday or the way I presented yesterday. So I had to take that conscious effort to tell myself I will learn along the line, and that I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm not here for them to know that I can speak English or do this or do that. No, I don't want, I'm not here to become a spotlight. I'm rather here to become a lighthouse. So then, common myths about positive thinking and the truth behind them. You know, when you talk about, tell somebody you have to be positive or build up your positive mindset, they will like, I'm being realistic here. I'm being realistic, you know, I dream, but I'm a realistic person. Let's be realistic. Nobody's telling you not to be realistic by telling you to build a positive mindset. We are telling you, irrespective of the challenges, irrespective of what seems to be, can you just like not let it control you? Can you like move forward? Can you like look at the brighter side of life? That is all it takes to become a positive minded person. Okay. So what are those myths? Myth number one, you hear people say positive thinking means ignoring reality or pretending everything is all right. Like I said, we are not saying everything is all right, everything is fine. No. All we are saying is, the truth is, positive thinking is not a denial. It is about acknowledging reality while choosing to focus on possibilities, while choosing to focus on solutions, while choosing to focus on growth. That is just what it is. We are not saying, no, it's not true. You are not, it's not a denial. Just acknowledge it, acknowledge what is happening, but choose to focus on what could be. choose on the solution. Choose on focusing on solution rather than what? The problem. It says, yes, this is hard, but I believe I can rise above it. Okay, example phrase now. I see challenge and I choose to face it with courage. That's just what it is. Now, number 2 says, if I think positively, nothing bad will ever happen. Says who? Because you're a positive-minded person, then nothing bad will happen. That's not true. Positive thinkers still face problems. They just handle them differently. That is the truth. We handle stuff differently. We bounce back faster, look for lessons, and they don't get stuck in the negativity of it. For instance, you were once in an abusive relationship. Then because of that, you don't ever want to see the beautiful side of relationship no more. As long as you're consigned, if you're a woman, every man is bad. You've written off every man, not even giving yourself opportunity to love again. If you're a man, oh, every woman is out there is bad. You've written yourself off. You know, bad things will happen. A positive-minded person in a scenario of a relationship now will say, well, I'm a person of value. Apparently, he has not seen the value in me. I'm going to wait here and I'm going to get connected to somebody who values me and values what I have inside of me, who will take me for who I am, not what I am. That is a positive-minded person. Now, and then look at it. Say positive thinkers will face problems. They just handle them differently. They bounce back faster, look for lessons, and then move on. What's the key lesson here? Positive thinking doesn't prevent storms. It builds mental umbrella for when the storm comes. So it helps you to build a mental umbrella so that when this storm eventually comes, what happens? You are able to face this storm. That is what happens when you have a positive mindset. Now, misconception number 3. Positive thinking is just wishful thinking. That is another misconception. You know, I wish. It's not just hoping. It's mental conditioning that leads to action. Okay? It is a mental conditioning that leads to, It is a mental conditioning that leads to action. Positive thoughts boost confidence, which fuels smart decisions. It makes you to, make smart decisions. There's a quote that believe without action is what? Hope. When you are hoping without taking action, when you are believing without taking action, that is hope. But when you believe, then add action to it. That is what? Power. Okay, so it's not a wishful thinking. Then misconception number 4, positive thinking means I will always feel happy. Says who? That's not true. You are human. That's the truth. So as a human being, feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling frustrated, it's normal. The difference is that as a positive thinking person, you don't dwell in it. That is the difference. So positive thinkers allow those emotions, but don't let them control the narrative. That's the difference now between one who is positive and one who is not. So what is the message we are giving here? Positive thinking is not about fake smiles. It's about real strength in the face of challenges, okay? Then misconception number 5. Positive thinking alone is enough for success. The truth is, mindset is the foundation. Positive thinking is just a foundation for your success journey. Remember that success is a journey. I know I gave a teaching once last time. It's been years, not really last. I think it's up to 5 years I gave that teaching. I said, success is a journey. I'll look for that video and post it one of these days. Success is a journey. So mindset, positive mindset is the foundation of it. But you must still take intentional actions. That's positive thinking plus preparation plus persistence equals to what? Results. You have to be positive in your thinking. You have to prepare yourself, and then you have to persist. You don't do something once and tell, oh, I did it once, it didn't work out, therefore I'm giving up. Oh, I did it once, it didn't, oh no, I'm tired. No, you have to be persistent. Always remember that nothing good comes so easy. So example now, thinking you will get a job is good. That's one. Oh, I'm going to get a job. Fine, beautiful. You are thinking positively. Awesome. But you need to back up that thinking with what? With action. What is that action? You have to apply for that job. Because saying I'm going to get a job without applying for the job, for instance, you're wasting your time. Then if you apply for a job, you're going to prepare for an interview, because when you apply for a job and you are chosen, you're going to go for interview. So you have to prepare for interview. And then on the day of the interview, you have to show up and you have to show your best. This is just an example. Okay. The same thing goes with a relationship. Like, I love to talk about relationship a lot because it builds a lot of either positive or negative emotion. You're hoping to meet somebody awesome. The question is, how prepared are you? Because you may be busy building a good positive foundation, build positive mindset to meet somebody that is good, that is awesome, but you yourself, you're not awesome. You are not wonderful. Not because you can't be wonderful, but just because you are not ready. You have to constantly tell yourself, while I am out here waiting for that beautiful person, beautiful soul, I'm going to make sure that this beautiful soul to coming in contact with me, I'm going to be the best thing that will happen to this soul. And this soul is going to be the best thing that will happen to me. These are conscious things that have to happen gradually. You have to prepare yourself. In preparing yourself, oh, do I get angry easily? Oh, I have to work on my temperament. Do I get easily offended? Oh, I have to. Am I this? Am I that? You have to look in. You have to prepare yourself, because even if you have a positive mind about that angel, the angel comes and the angel is seeing Lucifer instead. Oh my goodness. The person will come and go. And the next thing you say, oh, all, if it's a man, all men are this, all women are this. So positive mind is needed in every aspect of life. That's just it. So now we're gonna go into an activities. Which of these misconceptions have you been believing? Is it the one that says, I don't want to wear a fake smile, I just have to say it the way it is. I'm just trying to be realistic. So look at, okay, let me just go back to all of them now. We had 5 of them. So thinking positively means ignoring reality or pretending that everything is all right. And we say that is not true. Or I think if I think positively, nothing bad will happen. And we say no, bad things happen to people that think positively. The only difference is that they build a mental umbrella to take care. Okay. Then, or positive thinking is just a wishful thinking. We said no. The truth is that you're conditioning your mind. That is it. Or positive thinking means I'll always feel happy. No, nobody promises you, because you're a human being. You're bound to feel angry, frustration, and all that. But what positive thinking makes you do is it curtails the level at which you get drowned. Okay. Then finally, we looked at positive thinking alone is not enough for success. We said yes. If you're positive, you have to be prepared and you have to be persistent. So now my question is, which of these misconceptions have you believed in? How will this new truth shift the way you think and act? How will this your new realization, mold the way you see life henceforth? So now we are going to be looking at, how does personal development relate with entrepreneurship? How does positive thinking, what does it have to do with entrepreneurship? Because when you talk about mental building a positive mindset, you're talking about personal development. So what is the link between the two? And personal development, number one, what you need to know that personal development is the foundation of entrepreneurship. You cannot become a good entrepreneur without, first of all, developing yourself. So entrepreneurship is not just about products and services. It's all about people. A person with a growth mindset, confident, resilient, and clarity is more likely to succeed in business than somebody that doesn't have any growth mindset at all, that has not developed himself or herself. Positive thinking is a key pillar of personal development because it helps individuals manage fear and failure and uncertainty. All these are common things you meet on your way as an entrepreneur. There's going to be failure. There's going to be uncertainty. You don't know if this business you're starting is going to survive or not. You don't know how far that business is going to go, but you choose to do that business. You choose to go along with the business because you believe you've developed yourself and you believe that it's going to work. Okay. For example, a person who has trained themselves to reframe failure as feedback is more likely to keep moving forward in business even after a setback. Number 2, foundation. Positive thinking fuels entrepreneurial risk-taking. You cannot, as an entrepreneur, as far as entrepreneurship is all about risk-taking. You're starting a business without even knowing if this business is going to survive or not. So, starting a business requires vision and courage. Positive thinkers are more likely to take calculated risk because they focus on what's possible and not what might go wrong. They believe in their abilities to solve problems, learn new things, and create value. Example, someone might hesitate to launch a course, fearing what if no one signs up? And that is to be deterring you because you're afraid that nobody will sign up. Why not just create the course? Put it out there, whether somebody signs up or not. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you have created the course. One day, one person will sign up, then 2, then 3, then 5, then 10, then thousands, and you're like, wow. So a positive thinker reframes, what if it helps even just one person and I grow through the process? That's what a positive person will reframe it to be. Then number 3, connection between entrepreneurship and personal development or positive thinking is that confidence attracts opportunity. When you're confident with yourself, it's going to attract a lot of opportunities to you. People who are drawn to confident leaders, coaches, creatives, and people are drawn to confident leaders, coaches, creatives, and entrepreneurs. That is the truth. If you are a leader, if you're a coach, if you're creative, you're an entrepreneur, people naturally get drawn to you. So positive self-talk and a strong mindset makes entrepreneurs more attractive to their clients, to their collaborators, to their investors. Personal development builds confidence, while confidence opens doors in business. So when you develop yourself and you keep developing yourself, it builds more confidence, and you keep growing and growing and growing. Then that confidence will begin to open unimaginable doors for you. Number 4, relationship. Resilience is the entrepreneurial secret weapon. Yes. You can't become successful as an entrepreneur without being resilient. You have to be. You fall, you get up. So setbacks are guaranteed in business. It says a guarantee. It's not optional. It's guaranteed that you have setbacks. Okay? But the truth is, when you have a setback, you have learned many ways not to do a particular thing again. Then you start trying other ways. Those who have developed mental strength and emotional resilience through personal development and positive thinking bounce back faster and they stay in the game longer. In summary, what we are trying to say in all of this is that a strong positive mindset. When you talk about positive mindset, we are all talking about personal development. That it is not optional. It is a requirement for building and growing a business, of becoming an entrepreneur. You want to be an entrepreneur, you must develop yourself. You must build your mindset. Now we are going over to segment 2. And segment 2, we're going to be looking at overcoming challenges with positive mentality. Okay. Now, first of all, before you can even overcome challenges, you need to first of all recognize the negative thinking. You have to, before you can overcome negativity or negative thinking, you must recognize it first. So to build a positive mindset, you must first identify negative thinking patterns. These include criticizing yourself, overthinking mistakes. Maybe you made one mistake. Instead of you to move forward, you dwell on it, you lie on it, you sleep and wake up in that mistake. If you keep on dwelling in that mistake, you will never move forward. And then imagining the worst outcome in every situation. You need to recognize all these thinking patterns. You need to recognize them before you can even overcome them. You can't overcome what you have not recognized. So the strategies to shift your mindset, changing how you think takes practice. It's not a rocket science. It's not an overnight something. It takes constant practice to change how you feel about something or what you think. You can start by writing down things you are grateful for, turning negative thoughts into constructive ones, and repeating positive affirmations every day. These are part of the strategy. And we're now going to look at the tools. So tools for reframing negative experiences. When you begin to have negative experiences, how do you handle it? Now, number one is the power of what did I learn? Instead of asking, why me? Or why did this happen? Ask, what can I learn from this experience? How has this helped me to grow? Example, instead of I failed that project, reframe it to that project showed me what doesn't work and where I need to improve. I don't know if we are following. Why does this work? This work because it shifts your focus from failure to growth. Yes, you have failed it already, understood, but you have also learned a lesson. So this is a growth mindset. And then number two, we will look at the 3 R's of reframing formula. The 3 R's in reframing formula. What are those R's? First, you have to recognize that negative thought pattern or recognize what has happened. Then reframe it and replace it with a positive pattern. Recognize a negative thought, reframe it with a different perspective, replace it with a positive affirmation or empowering belief. Example, I'm terrible at public speaking. Like you are called to speak, and like I'm just using that as an example. Or oh, I'm terrible at getting customers to buy my goods. I mean, it can be anything. Then speaking is a skill. That is, I'm using the example in public speaking. Now that's my field. So I have to use the example that is in my field. Sorry, forgive me. I'm terrible at public speaking. Now you look at it, you tell yourself, speaking is a skill. I'm still learning and I will improve with every try. Why it works? It gives your brain a new pattern to follow. Oh, probably I shouldn't have said this or I should have said that. Okay, now I know. Next time I'm gonna do better. So that's it. Now, gratitude shift is number 3 tool to reframe or reshape your negative thought pattern. I didn't get that client I really wanted. You are looking for a particular client or a particular customer. Another of your neighbor was sharp enough to grab the customer. Like, instead of saying, I didn't get that client I really wanted, you reframe it. What do you say? Maybe it wasn't a good fit for my business. Maybe this customer wasn't a good fit for my business. This client wasn't a good fit for my business. Now I have space to work with clients who value my services. Chicken, stop. Why does it work? Gratitude reduces negative emotions and help you focus on what? On abundance. The 4th one, zoom out technology, zoom out. How will this matter? You zoom it out. In the next 5 weeks, how will this matter? You zoom it out. In the next 5 months, this thing that has happened, how will it matter? You zoom it out. 5 years from now, will it really matter? So this helps reduce emotional weight of current challenges by giving them long-term context. You tell yourself, this thing I'm really killing myself over. In the next 5 weeks, will it really matter? In the next 5 months, will it really matter? In the next 15 months or 15 years or 10 years or 5 years, will it really matter? Okay. Example, you had a bad day at work. Zooming out helps you see it as a moment, not a whole life. You now see that your bad day as what? As a moment, not as a whole life. So why does it work? It puts challenges in perspective and prevents overreaction. This will also help you not to overreact, okay? And then the 5th one says rewriting the narrative. That is, you turn the negative experience into a story of triumph. Now ask, how can I turn this setback into a setup for a comeback? Turning your setback into a setup for a comeback. Oh, I have failed. Do I need to remain where I have fallen? How do I rise up from this state and then change the story, change this narrative? Now, assume yourself as if this was a movie. Also, if this was to be a movie, how would the hero rise from this pit, this valley? How will a hero rise from it? Example, instead of I quit because I couldn't handle it, you reframe it to this pause helped me reset. I paused a little from my work. It helped me reset. Now I'm ready to rise stronger and wiser. Why it works? It activates your identity as a victor and not a victim. Even though the job you lose is supposed to make you a victim, but you are not seeing it. You're no longer seeing yourself as a victim, but you're rather seeing it as an opportunity to do other things. Okay. Number 6, affirmation anchoring. This is very important. I love this a lot. Take the reframe and turn it into a daily affirmation. Example, old belief. I always fail. New affirmation. I learn, I grow, and I rise every day. Why it works? Repetition builds belief. Repetition does what? Builds your belief. Okay. And then we are going to be doing some interactive activities suggestion. I'm going to tell you to get a pen in the next few minutes. Just get a pen. Write down a current or past negative experience you have had. Negative past or current experience you have had. Then apply any two of the reframing tools to rewrite the situation. We looked at the 3 R's that has to do with recognizing, reframing, and replacing. We looked at so many tools. Which of them will you apply in this situation? We looked at the zooming out technique, where you zoom out and ask yourself, in the next 5 years, will this really matter? In the next 10 years? So write out that current. When you write it out, now, how does it change your perspective right now? Please, let it not be that I'm wasting my energy. Be serious with this thing. Do it, and you'll be so surprised what you're going to come out with. Do it. Ask yourself, what is the current negative situation that happens, or the one that happened in the past? Now, look for any of the tools I have mentioned earlier and apply it to it. Will it matter in the next 5 years? Will it matter in the next 10 years? Excuse me. Daily mental exercise to boost our confidence and positive thinking. These are things you need to do daily. Number 1, morning affirmations. Every day, 2 to 5 minutes. Start the day by empowering statement. I am statement. Example, I am capable. I am growing every day. I am enough. You see this I am statement? First, it's the most powerful phrase I can ever think of. That reminds me. You see this? If you're looking at this, I said the power of I am. This is 105 transformational I am statements. This is me. I wrote this thing down. I kept writing them as it coming and putting it down until it's 105. Currently, I'm working on a book on I am statement. This one says, the first one there, they'll say that she's a hypocrite, but you will not understand. I am God. I tell myself I am God, because even the Bible says that we are little gods. And it says, I am divine. What's the meaning of being a God? You are divinely connected, filled with infinite wisdom, and created in the image of greatness. Then I told number 2, that says, I am a creator. When I see myself as a creator, because my Father, the Almighty himself, who is my Father, is a creator. And I am told I am made in his own image, meaning whatever he can do, I should be able to do it as his own, as somebody made in his image. So I hold the power to shape my reality, manifest my dreams, and bring new possibilities to life. I've written this thing. It's up to 3 years I wrote this thing down, but it's just this year I thought of putting it as a book. Those days back in Nigeria, I wrote it with a pen and I pasted it in the wall, on a wall. Every day when I wake up, I will read them from one. It was, first of all, it was, I think, 66 in number. Gradually, I wrote it until it got to 105. So, and it was when I started reciting that thing, I never knew what I was doing, because I just sit down, things come, and when it comes, I just swift into action, you know. I never realized, but it's recently I discovered all of this is what has led me to where I am today, because I kept on saying those things to myself. Every day I'll come and stand. So some days I won't like that, some days I'll forget, but the days I'm able, if as I'm talking to you now, this thing is in my office. I have it. It's 3 pages, the one I can read out, under my pillow. So when I wake up in the morning, after my morning gratitude, I'll bring it out from under my pillow and I'll begin to recite it one after the other till I get to the whole 105. Don't worry, stay tuned. The book is in the making. And the card, I call it I am card, is also in the making. I don't know why I'm spilling out everything, but that's fine. But what am I trying to say in essence? Have at least 3. I am blessed. I am capable. I am wonderful. I am intelligent. I am this. I tell myself I am sun. Therefore, I shine brighter. Where there is darkness, when I come in, I shine as light. I tell myself I'm a carrier of light. Anywhere I enter, light has entered. Even in my workplace, when I come in, they see the energy. I love your energy. Because once I meet with you, unless I'm smiling, I'm happy, I will hug you. There are people that haven't been hugged in years. They long for this hug. They are not even seeing the hug. You understand? So tell yourself you are enough. You don't need somebody's whatever to make you to be enough. You are more than enough. Then number 2, gratitude journaling, 5 minutes. Either morning or night, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This rewires the brain to focus on abundance, not lack. Don't only, every day, the funniest thing is I can't remember when last I focused on the things that I lack. Once I wake up in the morning, my feel, oh Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for the morning. Thank you for this. Thank you. In the evening, oh, thank you for today. The strength to go out and come back. The strength to work today. The strength, if I'm prepared, maybe I prepared a slide. Oh, thank you for the wisdom to prepare this. I'll just thank you. That's gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I can't remember when last I pray a prayer of like, please give me. Oh, I can't remember when last I said I need this or I need that, or give me this or give me that. Honestly, I've lost count when I did that last. But one thing I know I don't ever miss every day, thank you for this. Thank you for that. Thank you for the wonderful. I thank you for the wonderful people I'm going to meet today. Thank you for the connections I am going to make today. Thank you for, I just thank you, thank you, thank you. Even if I had a bad, I still go, oh, thank you for this event that happened today. It happened because you allowed it to happen. So when you learn to see the beauty in everything through gratitude, I'm telling you, it's going to like wipe out every negativity, wipe out every negative energy, wipe out, it's going to lift that burden that you won't even remember such a thing took place. So if you're one of the people that is in the habit of whining on something happens, you want to dwell in it. Oh, this person hurts me so much. I will never forgive this person. In fact, I will never talk to this person for the rest of a lot of things. Sorry, you are not helping yourself. Then visualization practice, 5 minutes. Visualize your success daily. See yourself confidently speaking, creating, or leading. See yourself flying high in that business. Feel the emotion of already achieving it. This builds belief and programs the mind for success. I do this a lot. For instance, if I am, what do I use an example now? Let me tell us one of the things I do. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm gonna talk. Assuming now, let's say I am trusting that I'm gonna get my green card or residency. You know what I do? I'm gonna go to the net and I'm gonna print out a sample of, okay, let's say, okay, I wanna go to a country. Let me use a country. Let me not use my, I wanna travel to, let's say, to Canada or to UK. I'm gonna go online and print either not really print. I can screenshot a sample of the visa of that country, a sample of it, what it looks like. It's always have picture attached to it. So what do? I'll close my eyes, then I'll now start imagining that visa. Then I'll make a mental picture of replacing my passport, my picture with the picture that is on that visa. I do that a lot. Such that when I'm not looking at that visa, I'm no longer seeing the person. I'm seeing the visa as it is, but with my picture on it. Visualization, very powerful. And when I look at it, I feel it and I feel good. And I say, thank you because I know I have this visa. Thank you because I know I have this passport. Thank you because I know I have this. If it's a contract you're looking for, go look for a contract. You can even write, at times I have to like a letter-headed paper that has to do with that particular place you are sending the contract to. and then do it with your letterhead as if you are, and then begin to visualize you sending it and then them calling you. It works. It works. It works. Yes. So, challenge reframing, real-time exercise. Whenever a negative thought arises, stop and ask, what else could this mean? How is this helping me grow? I'm talking to somebody, I don't know. As I was talking about that visualization, I keep feeling good people around me, and that's just how it is. I don't know what you're believing God for. I don't know what you have been looking forward to have, but I've just given you one of the secrets to getting that thing. Draw a mental picture of that thing. If there is a symbol that represents, if there's a symbol that represents that thing, get that symbol. If there is a picture that is supposed to come with that thing, get that symbol and replace your picture in your mental mind, in your inner man, the inner heart, and replace it. Okay, let's move forward. Whenever a negative thought arises, stop, ask, what else could this mean? How is this helping me grow? This teaches resilience and flexibility in thinking. I remember, I don't want to talk about this issue now. I'll talk about it someday, but not today. I wanted to say it, but the mind or the spirit says, no, it's not yet time to share that testimony. But one thing I know I do is anytime I face hard as in roadblock in anything I'm doing, I tell myself, it could have been worse. Thank God it ended this way. It could have been worse. Or I tell myself, probably there is something better that is coming. So this helps me a lot not to think or dwell on that at all. So try and see how you can help yourself too. Then positive content input, very, very important. Spend 15 to 20 minutes daily. Focus your mind with uplifting. Feed your mind. Focus your attention. Feed it with uplifting podcasts, books, or videos. That becomes your mental diet, and it shapes your self-belief. Okay? Every day, almost on a daily basis, I listen to one talk on Thank God for YouTube. At times I play it before going to bed. As I'm sleeping, it will play and then I will sleep off. Feed your mind constantly with those things. Feed your mind with them. It's going to help you in building your positive mindset. Then daily wins review. Every night, write down 3 things you did well that day, no matter how small. This reinforces a sense of progress and builds inner confidence. There are some of us that are so good at recounting what didn't go well, but we will never recount what went well. Oh, we are professionals. If they need to give a gold medal, they will give us a gold medal for recounting all the negative things that didn't go well. But those ones that went well, we don't dwell on it. So always tell yourself what went well today, no matter how little. No matter how late. Do you know that for you to even step out of your house and come back, that's a big testimony. The fact that you ate and the food just went straight to where it is supposed to go, passing from your mouth down to your throat, pass through the esophagus, go to the small intestine, go to the large intestine, and eventually you take it out through your anus. That's a miracle. Many people don't have that privilege. Many people, while eating, the thing hung. I have a friend a colleague at my workplace. He said what was he eating? Steak. He was eating steak. Steak is kind of a roasted or maybe kind of suya. Steak. Let me use suya for him. And then the thing hooked him on his throat. He could neither bring it out nor take it down. They had to take him to the hospital. He spent how many hours? First of all, waiting for the doctor to attend to him, and eventually they had to, I don't know what they did to bring it out. And by the time the thing has wounded him all over inside. He had to place him under medication for weeks. He was taking only liquid, just because he ate meat. So there are little things we overlook that we don't even understand. The miracles we face every day. Oh, our time is running fast. God help me. It is well. Self-talk audit. Check in with your inner voice. What are you saying to yourself? Ask yourself, will I say this thing I'm saying to myself? Will I say it to a friend? If you can't say it to a friend, why say it to yourself? We call it self-talk audit. Audit yourself every point in time. What are you saying? What are the things going on your head? So we enter the segment 3, which is boosting confidence from within. How do you boost confidence from within? We are going to look at confidence versus competence. Now, it's important to know the difference between the two and why this knowledge is important. Competence has to do with what? It deals with skill, the skill that you know, that you have. It's your actual ability to do something well. That's competence. Built through learning, practice, and experience. For instance, you may be very good at public speaking, that is competence, but still feel nervous, that is lack of confidence. Okay, so both of them works hand in hand. Confidence, and you may be confident about something but not competent. You may also be competent about something but not confident about it. So what of confidence? Confidence have to do with your belief system. It's your belief in your ability. Even if you haven't mastered that skill yet, though, but you overconfidence. In my country, we say overconfidence, they worry you. You know, it's built through mindset, self-talk, and then courage to try. Example, someone may believe that they can lead a team, that is confidence, even before they have done it, and they grow in that role. Oh, I haven't led before, but I believe I can lead. And then before you know it, you begin to grow. Then how they work together. How does confidence and competence work together? These are two inseparable this thing. You have to be not just confident, but also competent. And you cannot also be competent without being confident in yourself. Both of them in law will say work pari pursuit. How do they work together? Confidence without competence can lead to arrogance or mistakes. If you are confident, overconfident, and you are not competent, you are likely going to make mistakes. The same way you are competent without confidence, it will lead to you playing small. It will lead to you playing small. You will miss big opportunities because of self-doubt. You are competent, but you are not confident in your ability. Okay, so the goal is to build both skills. Both. You have to build the skill and also the mindset. Building the skill, meaning building yourself to be competent. Then building your mindset, meaning building your confidence. Okay. How to boost both in your daily life. 1, to build competence, take courses, seek feedback, practice often, celebrate your small wins. This will attract your growth, or celebrate your small wins to track your growth, sorry, rather. So, for instance, now, at the end of this program, definitely you're going to receive a mail because we need a feedback. We want to know what we are doing well, what you would want us to improve the next time. So we're going to send a feedback. We want those feedback, those positive feedback, negative feedback. A positive-minded person always wants feedback because the feedback will tell you, always wants and even if it's a negative feedback, because it gives you, it's a kind of spotlight, what to look out for, what to watch out for, where to make corrections, where to make amends. So we need a feedback after this so that we know how to serve you better, because we are hoping and working towards the strong belief that a day will come, we'll have hundreds and thousands of people signed up for Limitless Living series because of the life it is transforming. Amen. So, and then to build confidence, you need to use your affirmations. I've just shown us my 105 affirmations I use almost, I may not say daily, but at least I make sure there's no week that comes without me using it. I may not know it all yet, but I'm capable of learning. Then you need to step out to your comfort zone regularly. Then visualize success even before you begin a task. Visualize success. Tell yourself this thing is going to be successful. Visualize it. It's not that the moment you start it's going to be successful, but I know the mental pictures I draw about this event, about the program. I have a mental picture already. It's going to be a global program. A time will come, we'll be hosting live events where people have to travel from different parts of the world just to attend this Limitless Living series or Limitless Living. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know, but believe it will happen. I strongly believe it's going to happen. Okay. So, activities for you now. What is one area where you are competent but not confident? Yes, I am competent as a writer. I am competent as a speaker. I am competent as a creator. What else? I'm competent, but I am not really confident, to start going out there. I'm talking to you now. What is that area? What is that thing you have competent? You are competent, but your challenge is you don't have the confidence to start. Now, the next question would be, what one action can you take this week to boost your confidence in that area that you are competent? What action can you take today, tomorrow, this week, before the week runs out, before our next meeting, that will boost your confidence in the area that you are competent? Okay. Now, as a bonus, I'll tell you the most important thing in everything that has to do with mindset is surrounding yourself with positivity. The people and environment you surround yourself with influences your mindset. So spend time with those who support and encourage you. Avoid negativity that drags you down emotionally. Avoid negative talks, negative energies. Anywhere you are that you are not celebrated, please don't be there. Leave. Okay. There is one of my write-up. I said, surround yourself with people who will fill your cup until your cup runs over. Until your cup runs over. Surround yourself with people who will fill you up until. So mind the people you surround yourself with. Don't be in the midst of negative-minded people, please, or people with so much energy. Choose uplifting friends. If a friend is not uplifting you, please, it's not a must that both of you will have to be friends. Friendship is not by force. Limit your exposure to negativity. Whatever brings a negative energy to you, please limit your exposure to that thing. And then finally, follow inspiring content. Like we said, this program now is very inspiring, but how many people are here? Trust me, if it is one thing you have posted about something that has nothing to do with their personal development, you may see up to 100 people sign up for it. And that is why growth, it's not an easy thing. That's why year in, year out, people remain where they are because they are not hearing what they are supposed to hear. They are not in the midst of people that are supposed to push them to go for their dreams. Now we are going to be looking at mental wellness. Thank God we are gradually moving. We are in our segment 4 now. We've done segment 1, 2, 3, and we are in segment 4. And segment 4 has to do with mental well-being and resilience. Our mental well-being, very important, because if you're not mentally sound, if you're not mentally okay, if you're not psychologically okay, there is nothing that you do that will work out well. Nothing, because you are not thinking right, okay? Now, what are the signs of a mentally strong person? What are the signs? Excuse me. What are the signs of a mentally strong person? Mentally strong people, they are not perfect. Don't get me wrong when I say not that they are perfect being, no. But they have developed habits that help them stay resilient, hopeful, and focused even during tough times. So here are a few signs when you miss out. And when next, by the time we go through this sign, they ask yourself, am I mentally strong? With this thing now, you are gonna tick a checklist. Okay, yeah. Oh, no, this is where I need to make progress. This is where I need to work on. Number one is they take responsibility. They don't blame others or circumstances. They ask, what can I control here? Yes, it has happened, but yeah, it is a fault of Okeke. It's a fault of Ekpowan. It's a fault of Basi. You point at every other person but yourself. They manage emotions well. That's another thing. They manage their emotions well. They feel their feelings, but don't let emotions run their lives. There are people that if they are down, oh my goodness, don't go near them. Just stay away, because for that moment, everybody around them will suffer it. They are not alone. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't have peace, therefore you can't have peace. Oh, I'm depressed, therefore I'm going to make life hell for you. So, but when you say a mentally sound person, they don't get drowned in whatever it is they are passing through. They pause, breathe, and respond. They don't react. They respond to the situation. There's a difference between responding and reacting. When you are reacting, you're overacting. But when you're responding, you have taken time to digest everything, use ice, to cool down your temper, then you can respond like a reasonable person. That's why you don't talk in the heat of anger. If you're angry, please desist from talking, because you're going to say things that you can't take back. So they bounce back from failure. They see failure as a feedback, not final. They don't let setback define their identity. They stay focused on growth. They actively seek improvement through books, courses, or reflection. They are not afraid of change. They constantly want to improve. They set boundaries. They know when to say no and when to say yes. They say no when it is needed, and they protect their peace and mental energy. Many of us, this part, it was difficult for me to learn, because I don't always want to like hurt people. So at times you say yes to what you are not supposed to say yes to, just because you don't want somebody to feel bad. But when you begin to grow, you find out that you have to learn how to draw the boundaries, whether it hurts that person or not. The question is, do I have my peace of mind? Yes. In conclusion, building a positive mindset takes consistent effort. Incorporate simply daily practices like mindful mornings. I mentioned that before. Journaling. Journaling is writing things you're grateful for, and then writing your small wins down, and then recognizing progress, no matter how small, to reinforce your new mentality. Remember, start your day with intention, journal your thoughts, and celebrate your little wins, okay? By choosing to think positively, you build a mindset that empowers not only you, but also those around you. So I will encourage you, start today and watch your life transform. Start today. It's not always easy, but Rome was not built in a day. Finally, I forgot to mention it. I don't know if Rema is in the house. Please share this. Post it so that they can download it. I call it Daily Mental Wellness Tracker. It's going to help you track your wellness every day. You use these simple daily tools to strengthen your mind, boost your confidence, and nurture positive thinking. You're going to put your name on it. And then which week is a weekly something. You have your morning routine, you have your midday check-in, you have your evening reflection, you have your mindset practices. Then daily affirmation, write one positive I am or empowering statement each day to guide your mindset. When you wake up, day one, write what you are grateful for. Day two, or either grateful this thing or I am statement. I am great. I am light, therefore I shine brighter every day. I am water. These are the kind of things I say to myself. I am earth. When I say I am earth, I tell myself that I am productive, and I just, as the sand on the earth cannot be counted, that my blessings cannot be counted. Day 2, you write it down. So till the end of the week, at the end of the week, you come down. Have Rema posted it? Oh, you're still going to get it. Hopefully, we should be able to send a replay. I'm going to put it in the email that will contain the replay. After the end of the week, we call it end of week reflection. What did I notice about my thoughts this week? How did this practice affect my confidence and mood? What will I continue doing next week? Then we also have a positive routine for mental wellness. Wake up with gratitude. Say 3 things you're grateful for. Speak 3 affirmations in the mirror. I am capable. I am growing. I am beautiful. I am enough. Avoid jumping straight into your phone. Some of us, once we wake up, bam, the next available thing is you pick up your phone. You want to go through the phone. No, please. That's not the way to go. Midday, take short breaks to breathe and reset. There's that breathing exercise. I call it body scanning. You close your eyes, you breathe in, you breathe out, you breathe in, you breathe out. You begin to recount. Take it easy on yourself. Begin to scan the entire of your body. It has a way of bringing back energy to you. Then hydrate, move your body, and eat nourishing food. Pause to acknowledge progress, not just what is left to do. Some of us, we are so good at looking at what we couldn't do today. But how many times you step back and say, oh, I was able to do this, I was able to do this, I was able to do this. Then night, you do your reflection. What went well today? Not only what went wrong. What went well today? Forgive yourself for the things you couldn't do. And then wind down with quietness. Remember, no screen before going to bed. There's always before you go to bed, at least 30 minutes before you go to bed, don't touch your phone. No screen. Just keep the phone. For the next 30 minutes is about you, yourself, and your spirit. Commuting, discussing, and so on and so forth. So she's gonna send that. I don't know if she have posted it in the chat. She ought to have posted it in the chat. If she has, please let people know so that they can download it. It's gonna help you a long way. So I think I'm gonna be ending the slide here, but right now, I would please want contribution from everyone in the house. I want your reaction on what I have discussed so far. What did you learn? What did you learn from today's event? What negative thoughts or positive, or you can share one experience with us of when you had problems or challenges and then how you were able to surmount it. Just say something. This program is ending any moment from now, and I'm actually done anyways.
Good evening for this inspiring session once again of the Limitless Living series. I learned so much as usual. It's always so empowering, always so motivating, coming in with a clear mind and getting new resources, getting new information. It's a great way to go. I learned so much. I learned one line that really stuck out to me today was that we should try to be a lighthouse instead of just trying to be the spotlight. Like what you do in your life has ripple effects. It kind of connects with a book I read once, The Slight Edge. Your actions give a ripple effect to the people around you. So when you learn to control your emotions, move with that positive light mindset, you don't know whose life you're impacting. You don't know who you're helping just by being a joyful person, just by being a positive person in general. And also something you said about positivity is not denial. It doesn't mean you're denying reality. There's something I know is that you're not meant to always, yes, you're going to live in the moment. You're going to live, yes, but your reality does not define your identity. Just because you're going through an experience, it doesn't make the totality of who you are. Just because you're in a bad place at that very moment, it doesn't mean tomorrow is not going to be better. It doesn't mean the next 1 month is not going to be better or something like that. And even if it doesn't get better, just keep on hoping and keep on taking those little actions, those little steps every day. And I think it's going to get better.
Thank you, Rema. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes, we should always be a lighthouse and not a spotlight. Spotlight is you want to, whatever you're doing is for you to be noticed. But when you are a lighthouse, you want to brighten someone's day. I tell you, where I'm working, anytime I walk into that building, it's where the area that Ella, because I'll go around to hug everybody first with smile, and they look forward to that hug. And you don't know what their night was like. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know. I mean, but those little, they're like, oh, it's so comforting, So most times we just want the thing to be about us, 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 us. Sometimes we need to look away from us too and think of other people and what effects whatever we do have on them. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Majesty, you wrote something, but
Good evening, ma.
Good.
Though I came really, really, really late, but I think I was able to glimpse an insight where you said when you talked about competence and confidence, and it kind of take me back to how I've been devalued sometimes, where my knowledge, my skills have been devalued because I don't have the right confidence to display what I'm capable of. So that just stood out to me, and I wanted to say thank you. That helped me a lot to realize that I need to build, in as much as I'm building competence, I need to build enough confidence to match up and to make a balance with my competence.
Awesome. Now, and I'm gonna ask you one, what area now do you think you need to do? What is that one thing you need to look into to build your confidence? Is the most person that can speak to us is our mind. So after this meeting, lie down and then begin to reflect. Those times you were devalued, well, how did the presentation go? What went wrong? Now, whatever that went wrong, how can I improve in this area that went wrong? Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, ma.
Thank you
Thank
for
you, ma.